Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the second to last, the penultimate episode of My Favorite Pokemon. We'll be going through my favorite Pokemon, obviously, my favorites are the favorites, but we will also be going through this in the next episode, which we will obviously figure out then. But let's go through this. Alright, so my favorite normal type in all of the generations. I'm going to tell you now, it's only between about three of them. It's between Spinder, Hisuian Zoroark, and Grafaiai. Now, I love Spinder. Spinder is adorable, it's pitifully weak, but it's fun and it's from my favorite region. So, it gets points for that. Grafaiai, monkey. Big middle finger for flipping people off. Graffiti monkey as well. And also adorable. Hisuian Zoroark. Being who lives off of anger and hatred. The only ghost normal type in the games. And just bad ass. So I've made my choice. Spinder and Grafaiai have to sit in third and second place respectfully. To the king. Hisuian Zoroark, an absolute legend, Arceus. I love him, I would use him 100 times over, and a shiny one would make me jizz in my pants. Let's go to fire. Fire is a type I've had a rough relationship with. When I started, I was very, very dedicated to the water type. Obviously, I was one of those people that just didn't like other types because I liked types that they were good or bad against. And fire type unfortunately got the short end of the stick. So a lot of the fire types that I like, they have been recent relationships that I've gained from them. Torkoal, I've always somewhat respected just because I like him and he's from Hoenn, so he gets away with it. But yeah, these, I could pick any single one of these and in my eyes it would make sense. But which one do I have the most favoritism towards? Because I like them the most. There are three options. Torkoal, Coalossal, and Talonflame. Torkoal I've used a few times, not extensively, but he's still pretty fun. Talonflame, used it quite a lot. Gen 6, it busted ass, so, you know, obviously I used it. And Coalossal, I mean, it was my first Gen 8 Pokemon that it's the first fire type that I willingly caught on my team. Just because, like, I wanted it because I thought it was nice or cool. Talonflame I got because I was like, well, it's a Talonflame, you have to use Talonflame. I got Coalossal because I saw Roly-Coly and I was like, I gotta catch that. So, I'm gonna say Coalossal. It's just held too much of a good place in my heart, and I will never forget Jam. Jam was my thing. I love that stupid, stupid rock. Water type. Okay, in this, if a Pokemon has a secondary typing, where I think it is also the best, I will pick it there. So, my favourite water type, there's wait, did I say 3 starters? There are 5 starters here, because I just really like the water type starters, but Piplup, how do I even Piplup, Oshawott, Primarina, and Quaxley. Primarina's probably the only one that I would consider switching for Wishy-Washy. In fact, you know what? I do like Primarina more than Wishy-Washy. I've used it so many times and I really like it. But there can only be one. Swampert is the guy. He's fucked up in a Hoenn playthrough. You can't not want to use him. My favourite grass type. Now this one is hard because there are also 5 starters on here. 2 of them are technically the same, but whatever. But who is my favourite grass type? Well, it's Trevenant still. I mean, I can't really explain why I like it so much, but it's just cool, you know? It's just cool. There's nothing wrong with all these other picks, obviously. Everything on here deserves to be on here because I picked it above all others. But Trevenant's just cooler, you know? He's scary, he's cool, he's got sharp claws as well as like smooth, like a thin outline. I don't know. I just really like it and it works very, very well. Electric. This seemed to be a couple where I didn't have much of an opinion on many of them. Chinchou, Minun and Dedenne weren't really incredible, but I still like all of them. But who do I pick as my favourite electric type? I feel like I have electric types I like more than this, but apparently not. This is actually quite hard, but I'm going to go with a Pokemon I've never actually used in a fight. I'm going to go with Electivire. The Gen 4 evolutions of the Gen 1 Pokemon that were in like the Magmar, Electabuzz sort of area of the Pokedex, those are always cool. Magmortar is a boss, that's why he's here. And Electivire is also badass. That's why I picked him as well. And I just really like it. It's a cool tiger yeti creature. And it just really works. And it's a nice shiny. Anyway. Ice type. Quite a few picks that I don't really feel... I didn't really realize that I had so many cute ice types. But there are. It's not White QRM, that was only there because I couldn't really think of much better. Delibird, no, it was the best choice, but again, not many choices. Vulpix, Glastrier. Okay, so it's between Articuno, Snorunt, Glaceon, and Amora. I'm going to go with a Glaceon. I know I didn't really point out much about Glaceon or why I liked it, but I do like Glaceon, and it was a Pokemon that I've used in a Legends Arceus playthrough. I really liked it, it was really helpful, very strong, and one of my better Pokemon, so yeah. It's just a cool ice type. Very clever. My favourite fighting type. This one takes a little less thought, but there are quite a few to be considered here. It's not Sork, it's not Heracross, I can't believe I just fucked that up. Slitherwing, Hawlucha, or Lucario. I like Hitmonlee, but no, it's between Hariyama, Buzzwole, and Zamazenta. And honestly, Buzzwole is still so fucking funny. It's a buff mosquito, I don't have to explain myself. It's good as hell. I'm losing my voice, so I'm going to take a drink real quick, and I've drank all my drink. Fuck. Alright, let's just do this. Let's power through. My favourite poison type. Ooh, there's actually quite a few choices here. Okay, Clodsire, Budew, Crobat. Those are my 3 choices that I've got, and you know what? I love Clodsire, and I found more shiny Budew than any human on Earth, but Crobat's just the guy, you know, if you use him in a game, you're gonna have a good time. He's a fucking legend. Ground type. Okay, now here's tough choices. Garchomp, Trapinch, Runerigus, Golurk, Sandslash, Mudsdale, Zygarde, Steelix. Really everyone but Toedscruel is up for consideration. My favourite ground type. My Alpha Garchomp was very cool to use, I'm going to be honest, but would I do it again? Probably. I'm going to go for Runerigus. I mean, it's a cool-ass design, a cool-ass Pokemon. I couldn't have asked for more. Cofagrigus got way better, and also it's got a nice shiny, and the design is fucking wicked. My favourite flying type. Okay. I have a lot of choices. Some that can be thrown out immediately. Oricorio, Vespiquen, Sigilyph, and Flamigo. Not really that crazy about them. But I never really developed a feeling towards Rayquaza, Yveltal, or Scyther. Skarmory and Galarian Moltres have always been on my mind when I think about Steel, Dark, Flying types, anything like that. Skarmory is so cool, but the dude needs an evolution. Or a regional form, something. Just give him something. And for that reason, Galarian Moltres. It really upped my opinion of regular Moltres by existing. I don't like regular Moltres, but I used to hate him a lot more, so Galarian Moltres takes the win here, because it is fucking awesome. My favourite Psychic type. Okay, I love Farigiraf, and I love Espeon. Espeon I also used in Legends Arceus once, but as much as I love these two, there can only be one. The big fucking robot, obviously. That's all I have to say. It's a big robot, and also that Pokemon Moon playthrough was awesome. Oh yeah, and also I used Lunala on that playthrough as well. I forgot. My favourite bug type. Ooh. Joltik. I don't have to think about it so much. Joltik is, I think, one of, if not potentially, the cutest Pokemon. There are so many choices, but he is just so teensy adorable. I agree with Jaden Animations. S plus tier. He belongs in his own tier for cuteness. My favorite rock type, Aggron. Love the dude to death. I just, Hoenn, blah blah blah. I don't have to explain myself. Ghost, a type known for scary Pokemon, where 6 of my 9 choices are very, very small and cute. But I'm gonna go with Phantump. No, No, Mimikyu. I would have gone with Phantump, but I do feel towards Mimikyu more because I've been able to use it in battles. That is what makes it more useful in my eyes, and I like using it, so it was strong. Ghost Fairy's a cool typing. And we've got Dragon type, which has 8 big, scary, or majestic dragons, and also a worm in an apple. But who's my favourite dragon? Okay, this is a hard one. Dragonair, one of the coolest middle evolutions ever. Flygon, one of the coolest dragons. Giratina origin form, fucking awesome. I still don't remember the name of it. But Giraffe Raikou, Zekrom, Guzzlord, they're all very cool. That's why they're on the list. But there can only be one. And honestly, it's gotta be Giratina. Never used him in a fight. Never used him at all. Caught him once in Legends Arceus. And, well, Platinum as well, but whatever. But it's just really cool. And it really is a scary fight in Legends Arceus. And it's fucking horrifying, actually. Dark. 4 of these are in my top Pokemon. Like, top 20, I'd say. And 2 of them are in my top 5. But I don't know where they are. And I'm gonna give it to my little goblin boy. Like how M&J TV has been slowly reaffirming his love for Castform over the years. I mean, just yesterday I caught a shiny Sableye and almost lost my mind. But Sableye's just an adorable little man who eats rocks. I love that, and I'm a big fan of him. Who is my favourite Steel type, period? That is the question. Steel is my favourite type. And Pokemon that would have won the Steel type and that aren't here are only not here because I picked them in a different category. Like Metagross in Psychic. He is one of my favourite Steel types. Probably my favourite. But who is my favourite from the remainders? It's Corviknight every time. My favourite secondary choice for a Pokemon in Galar. I cannot stress how amazing it is to play a game with this dude. It is the first scary regional bird. Like, scary. I know Talonflame's obviously scary because it shoots fire, but physically imposing, Corviknight is the shit. But yeah, it's just cool, strong, well worth being used. Fairy type. You know what? I don't really have much of a connection to any of these other than I like them. So I'm going to go with Iron Valiant because I like it the most. Yeah, that's all I have to say. It's just a cool design, and I really think they smashed mixing Gallade and Gardevoir together into one robot badass with Darth Maul blades. Well done them. My favourite starter, Swampert. My favourite alternate form is Hisuian Zoroark. My favourite legend. Oh, lots of choices. Lots of choices. But if Sableye didn't exist, it would be Darkrai. I do really like me some Darkrai. So, the ultimate question. Of all my favourites of the favourites, who is my favourite of the favourite of the favourites? Swampert. I mean, it was my first Pokemon, and I've said it in a Mudkip fighting video once that Swampert is my favourite Pokemon ever. So, it shouldn't be too hard to expect. But, I mean, what's not to love? It's cool. It's still kind of cute. It looks badass. It's got a sweet typing. It is an easy run of my favourite games. It was my first partner Pokemon. I am obsessed with Swampert. If I ever receive anything Swampert related, that person's in my good books until they commit a crime. I love Swampert to death, and I would never replace him for anything. But, in case you are interested, I will give you 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and 5th. 2nd is Sableye. Third is Metagross. Fourth is Corviknight. And fifth is Hisuian Zoroark. And then it would be Grafaiai, Magnezone, Buzzwole, Trevenant, and Crobat, but in what order I don't know. Aggron would also be in there, and Darkrai. Of course they would be, these are my favourite Pokemon. I love them. Okay? I don't have to explain myself. But yeah, these are my favourite Pokemon, and I'm just happy that I was finally able to get through this whole thing. So yeah. I know we've seen them all shiny already, but let's have a look at the winners in their shiny forms. Again, Hisuian Zoroark, awesome. Colossal, pretty fun. Swampert, it's unfortunate, but the blue to pink of most water types is great. Trevenant, probably still one of my favourite, if not my favourite shinies. Electivire, again, the blue. Glaceon, the white ain't too bad. Buzzwole, funny Hulk. Crobat's kind of shit. Runerigus, amazing. Galarian Moltres, like I said, it's phenomenal. It looks better than regular Moltres. Metagross, again, everyone loves Metagross. Joltik, quite cute, the purple's nice. Aggron, the oxidizing coppery rusty thing it's got going on, nice. Mimikyu, drained of colour, pretty fun. Giratina, the blue, very good. Sableye, just caught one, feeling very nostalgic about it already. Corviknight, turns to steel. Chrome Dip for Iron Valiant. And Darkrai turns a nice purple. Yeah. Let me know what you think. And hell, let me know what your favourites are. Tell me what your favourites are of anything you want. Write them all down. Send me a photo. I don't know how you'd send me a photo, but fuck it. Do it. You know? But yeah. Let me know what your opinions are. And let me know if you agree or disagree with what I picked. You're welcome to have an actual opinion, as much as I tell you to fuck off normally. You say what you want, and we will discuss it, probably in the comments. I'd love to discuss it, actually. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed. That's the main thing. I hope you enjoyed. Please subscribe if you've got this far, or I'll be very, 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 very sad, because, well, obviously, of course I'd be sad. I want to see you come back. But yeah, thank you for watching. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.